Hey, this is Will LeStrange, the Feng Shui consultant here, and I wanted to take a quick minute to tell you about some of the conversations I've been having this week. These conversations are with people on the phone, people who are calling me to find out about Feng Shui. People from all walks of life, you know, from homeowners and apartments and businesses and offices and corporations, retail places, community centers, you name it. Wherever there's people in places, there's often some kind of Feng Shui thing going on that needs to be taken care of. So I've noticed that these conversations have a sort of a through line. There's a common denominator. There's a thread that runs through these conversations that I wanted to share with you because I think in some way it might be helpful. And so the typical conversation goes something like this. The caller says something like, they're struggling to make their house feel like a home. There's something in there and they just can't quite put their finger on it. Now they've tried a whole bunch of things like, you know, they've tried redecorating and painting and moving the furniture around. Maybe they've read a couple of Feng Shui books and got even more confused, right? That happens quite a lot. And so that can be an issue, and that comes through quite a lot. The other thing that I notice is that their surroundings are kind of holding them back in some way. You know, like they feel kind of negative about their surroundings, and there's some kind of blockage in their lives. It's starting to show up in their work or their relationships or their health, which is quite natural, really, when you think about it, because the environment affects the way we think and feel and behave. And so if there's negativity in the environment, it would be quite natural that that would start to show up in our life in some way. So that's a pretty common thing too. Sometimes it's a little more serious than that. Sometimes there's some health issues going on, right? And so it could be some kind of chronic illness or even a serious illness, or someone's slow to recover. And remember that Feng Shui has its origins in traditional Chinese medicine, so there's a lot of techniques and tips in Feng Shui that are really useful for dealing with problems around wellness and health issues. It could be something to do with just diet, sleep, focus, or just your general energy levels. Well, that's an environmental thing too. Oftentimes clutter is implicated in this. People struggle with clutter. Well, we've all got a bit of clutter, right, but some of us have more clutter than others and need some, you know, some genuine help with that. So that's something I deal with on a regular basis too. Now, the other thing it could be is that you're just struggling to find the right colour for your place, you know, something that reflects your style, your aesthetic, and that can be difficult too. Colour can be quite intimidating sometimes. Now, I have a background in interior design, and all of that comes pretty naturally, and I can make that whole process quite fun actually. It's quite enjoyable when you start to really discover what your style is and how to express that. So, if any of that sounds like you, please feel free to give me a call. I'd love to have a conversation with you about your particular situation and to see if Feng Shui can help, and if maybe I can help. So the phone number is somewhere on the page. Like I say, pick up the phone, have a conversation. I'd really be happy to talk to you. Thanks so much.